Hey everybody, in this video we are going to go over solving an investment problem. We have another word problem. In this word problem, it reads, Down. Sorry, my dog just jumped and hit the table, I think. Bud, did you hurt yourself? Are you okay? Why did you do that? Are you all right? Would you like to sit on my lap for now? Sorry for the interruption, but I think he injured himself. Are you okay? Want to lay right here? All right, let's hang out with me while I do this problem. An artist has sold a painting for $410,000. So that's how much money he has to play around with. He invests a portion of the money for 6 months at 2.65% interest and the rest for a year at 2.91% interest. His broker tells him the two investments will earn a total of $8,761. How much should be invested at each rate to obtain the amount of interest? Okay, so we got to set this up. So basically, I'm going to have I interest equals PRT twice. So you're going to have PRT for the one investment plus PRT for the other investment. And all together, that is going to equal 8,761. Do you follow? Now I need to break that money up. Total, that money is $410,000, but he's splitting it up. The issue is we don't know how. So let X equal one investment, right? That's not my best writing, like hello. So let X, let's write it nicer. One, we could fit that, right? Investment. Now, could I say let X be one investment and Y be the other? I guess, but I don't want to introduce more variables than necessary, okay? So I'm going to limit my variables by doing the following. So I said I need PRT of the one situation plus PRT of the other will equal the 8,761, right? So X is going to be the principal in one of my investments right here. So let's kind of color code everything. So let X be one investment, and that'll be the one for 6 months at 2.65%, okay? So that is going to go here and like that. So P rate is, as a decimal, that's going to be 0.0265 times the time, which is 6 months. So you can call that one half of a year, 6 out of 12. For now, I'm just writing 6 over 12, so we all kind of see exactly where it came from. Next, I will do the rest for a year at 2.91. All right, so I'm going to set that part up over here for that. So we will have plus, okay, what is that other one? Well, that's going to be 410,000 minus X. That's what's left, right? If in total, like I said, could I have done X plus Y is 410,000 and then get Y alone? And subtract X from both sides, it's 410,000 minus X. But like, do I even need that step? I think that's something we could all wrap our heads around. So if not, you can write it out, but I'm going to erase that to save a little room on my paper so it's less cluttered. So that's P times rate as a decimal point. Let's maybe write it, I want to, 0.0291. That's my rate. And it's for a year, so time is in years, so it's 1. Then that equals the total amount of money, 8,761. And that's it. We can solve this now. We are good to go. We have everything that we need. And we can basically just use a calculator. So I'll probably change the 6 out of 12 into 1/2, just so it's a little less messy. And if I multiply 0.0265 times 1/2, that gives me 0.01325x plus over here, if I distribute zero point 0, like basically this times right here times 1 is just 0.0291, and I'm going to distribute into there, right? So that is going to get me in the calculator 11,931 minus 0.0291x. That still equals 8761, just like that. So that's all there. That is from there, and that is from there, just so everyone is keeping track. All right. And really, I don't think you need me much after this part, okay? I think most of you guys can handle doing this on your own. So if I combine my like terms, so I have the terms with x on the left. If I combine those, I will get negative 0.01585x equals, let's subtract that 11,000, negative 3,170. Divide both sides by negative 0.01585, and I get that x is 200,000. So the way I divvy up the accounts will be that first account will get $200,000 in that account, right? Am I fitting this on the screen is the question. Yeah, I'm okay. And then this yellow information account right there, if there's 410,000, then that's 210,000. If you let X be the amount going into my yellow account, you would have solved and gotten 210, and then you would have gotten 200 afterwards for the other one, right? And there you go. So my final answers are how much should be invested at each rate. There we go. So I would probably write it on a test in a full sentence. So that, your answer is clear, but I'm squeezing it into a little video for you. Should not have made that purple though, because that looks too much like the pink. So let's go green. So how much should be invested at each rate, blah, blah. There you go. And that's your final answer. So I hope you understood. I do recommend doing word problems over again, redoing, rewatching until you memorize it. Think of it as your favorite movie when you were a kid. You watched it 100 times until you memorized every line. Well, do that with certain math problems that maybe you struggle with until like you could recite them in your sleep. And then when you have a test or a quiz, you'll find yourself following the outline of those other problems that you're really familiar with. But check the playlist on the screen for more videos or explanations of what you're looking for. And questions, comments, concerns, thumbs ups, do it all. That's it for now. Sayonara.